Good morning, brothers and sisters. I hope everybody's safe and well. It's a beautiful day, nevertheless, and it's Friday, and I love to carry the message on a Friday because I really struggled when it comes to a Friday. I really struggle staying on the water wagon when it comes to a Friday. And when I first started making the decision to try and do things different and not go out anymore, not go out on a bender and not get on the sesh and all that stuff, I found it really difficult, especially on Friday. So I wanted to carry a message of hope that it's possible. Remind you that I'm still here. You know, I'm still here living clean and sober, living a beautiful life clean and sober, without the feeling or the need or the want to use any substance. You know, I don't do that stuff anymore. Complete freedom, which is just a beautiful experience within itself. Now, I read a thing yesterday in a book of Alcoholics Anonymous saying that I could spend day and night for the rest of my life trying to carry the solution to the addict that still suffers. And I still won't even begin to scratch the surface when it comes to the problem in society. Now, that message landed on my heart it was quite heavy, you know, and I realised that I can be doing more. So here I am, I'm back online, Friday, carrying a solution today. My experience isn't of any use unless shared with somebody that suffers. Now, you're finding that you're just like me, you know, you was a 30-year-old man, going out at the weekends, you know, you've got a job, you've got a house, you've got a car, you've got money in your pocket, you look all right, but you can't stop using, and drugs and alcohol are causing you some sort of hindrance or consequence in your life, then maybe I might have the solution for you. You know, don't hesitate to contact me, don't hesitate to reach out, don't hesitate to communicate and use what's available to you. You'd be surprised how much and how many people are out there that are more than grateful to offer the help to you free of service, free of charge. You know, I go to many groups in and around Lancashire, you know, many recovery groups. There's many people that have recovered that to go on to live and enjoy life completely clean and sober, free from any mood or mind altering substance, and live that way. And I never even knew that. You know, where I come from, people just didn't get clean. People just don't stop using. You know, we just use and use and use. It was just a thing that happened every single weekend, and because everybody was doing it, it was just normal. You know, just continuing to drink. You know, the only difference between me and the old me that thought that drinking and using drugs on a weekend was normal is the fact that I realised how sick I was. You know, I realised how sick I was. That's the only thing that's happened to me. I realised, I admitted, I got honest with myself, and I realised that what I was doing was not helping me whatsoever. It was always causing hindrance or a burden on my life and causing me mass consequences when it comes to my relationship, financial situations, you know, how I felt and how I conducted myself in a social environment. You know, my self-worth, it was deteriorating my mental health, it was deteriorating my physical health. And it was causing me consequences in all areas of my life. Now, I didn't really realise how much of a problem that I had until I come to the point where I had to stop or wanted to stop. You know, when I continue doing things and it doesn't cause me consequences that are that bad, and I can sort of get away with it, and I can wrap all them excuses in denial that it'll be different this time, it wasn't that bad last weekend, and all them excuses come in, and I wrap everything in denial, you know, and the consequences are not that big. I can always sit in that space where I think to myself, well, I can stop whenever I want. You know, it's only till I was quite fortunate for the fact that the consequences built up in my life that fucking much, and it was causing me that many problems when it comes to my mental health, my physical health, and my life as a whole, that I had to stop. I was fortunate that my drug addiction and my drug use brought me to a place to where I had to stop, and it was only till I had to stop or come to try to stop that I realised how much of a problem I had. Now, if I have not spent any significant amount of time in my adult life without using drugs, then how can I tell myself that not using drugs or using drugs isn't a problem? You know, try and spend some time just not using. You'll only ever find out you've got a problem with something when you stop doing it. Then you'll realise how much of a problem actually exists in your life when it revolves around using drugs and alcohol. Now, I've managed to live quite a bit of time of my adult life up to now, to this present day, without using substances, and only with that clarity of not having a mood or mind altering substance in my body for a period of time, that I've actually come to the realization of how much I had a problem in my past when it comes to using drugs and alcohol at the weekend. Now, if you need any help with this, don't feel any fear or shame when it comes to holding your hand out and holding your hand up and admitting that you've got a problem, because the only difference between me in that past life and this new life is that I actually admitted how much I had a problem with these things. It was only till I realised how sick I was and how I was so obsessed and compulsed to use when it comes to Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and I would always fall back into that same monotonous pattern of using substances because everybody else were doing it. I didn't realise how much of a problem I had until it come to stopping. And then when it come to stopping, I could always stop, but I could never stay stopped. Now that was the problem for me. Now on my own self-will, I could stop using, but I could never stay stopped on my own. I always needed outside help, and be surprised of how many people are out there with the help available and are more than grateful to offer their experience when it comes to living and enjoying life without the use of drugs. Now it's Friday. Now this might just be the beginning of a whole new journey for you. Now, if you feel or identify with anything that I've said in this video when it comes to using drugs and alcohol or any other mood or mind altering substance, and you need help and it's causing consequences in your life, you don't have to do this on your own. There is help and support out there, and it's available to us all. Stay blessed, guys. I hope this is helped somebody. Might fall in the lap of somebody that just needs it just in time, and help me scratch the surface of the problem in society. Stay blessed, guys.